integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
So when you thought I was never going to raise families of Boakai. Yeah. Because I want to count it. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President Bill Ryan Parrot Jet. When the Joseph Boakai has brought the power, is Ryan Parrot Jet on here to go to the parliament. But I will speak because people in certain years from our past who are comfortable. Spend our own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday was going to be right again. Yeah. I have no regret to vote against one person. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them again. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. But there's money in the country that we can make from not need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers, we have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law you make is breaking the law, but you want to go on. We know it. You know how people want to go on? You want to increase the time. And it says that too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run through. You cannot be a lawmaker that then you strike the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want to stand up and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government economy. But when we tell people it's not happening, it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people were there for making and say, Sankebe people, don't know that lawyers are giving 1% of what they income. But they say that over there in point their family because they need home. It's not the person that need home and not the person Sankebe person they want there. We implore our family, but some people are happy because it is a time to be happy. It is no other time when the country is not better. It is every other time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Well, we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for Sakoles. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern the people. They have people that got degrees, they know nothing. The only person will enter paper that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million of marketeers, split rather, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is wrong with what because we are close.
Tell Joseph Boakai to forget about Yeke Koluba.
What is Boakai Yeke Koluba?
Tell Yeke Koluba. Tell Yeke Koluba forcing you. You are not allowed to do that. You forsake yourself. Yeke Koluba forcing you. Tell Yeke Koluba forcing Korea. You want to know what to say Yeke Koluba. Tell Joseph and you say instead of Yeke Koluba for that. They're not going to work for Yeke Koluba there. You know when I want to do all that. You want to all the work of God just to take the God over Yeke Koluba.
Last year you go for Yeke.
Yes.
From Benin.
Because Yeke Koluba are the ones that are taking away the house. Some are saying to me that
Anything you want to say for our review? Thank you so much.
I don't talk here. I don't talk because you all know why it's happening. Everything I will accept it because our son who is vice president to him from Linda is not will not understand it's not of the Senate for the fact of worker. From here go, the Senate will complain of the funding and the titles of simple ruling and the amateur law and everything and the provisions statement for the commitment will be started from February to here. They said the way they were brought come on. They belong there, come there, and you know where you got to what kind of thing? You want to other people? Then, you know, the CDC control the law in the upper. So they went away, our teaching, they do have a solution. Because of any problem. Then they send it to the Senate. Then someone they almost had then the brother had to the government. They had and I heard what was happening. You were being put on into song. I was saying that I want to do. I said, what is going on? You were here when we have sent people. And you were here when I was on the worship. And we said the truth. Legal document. Then what happened there? God has the respect upon the total thing to be involved in the you're not wrong with that. You're right. You better say that. You're right. Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day.
Where they were
welcome me this.
And of course, a wonderful opportunity.
When they welcome me this.
It feels to be back behind these microphones to engage
When they
on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development.
what kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people?
Indeed, what kind of people this do? What kind of people this so? When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters.
What are you killing our children? They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter you teach.
And when it came their time,
They are freedom fighters.
they are raping our children. Babies are lost in hospitals. They're stealing babies. Oh yeah. Pregnant women have to be careful. And they are inflicting mpox cases. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, just wherever you are this morning on our voice. A pleasant way, we'd like to welcome all of you to the nation's premier breakfast platform, the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. This is where we discuss the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Without fear nor favor, we speak truth to power.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children. Freedom fighter, you.
Good day. And yes, indeed. Thanks for joining. Good morning to our friends and followers. Those of you in the diaspora, it's always a good thing to have you join us. Too many things to talk about, lots of things happening in the country. And of course, the weekend was indeed eventful. We're back here this morning to rumble through some of those issues making the news in Liberia, right here on the nation's BKS breakfast platform. The People's Radio. Pump up your volume. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we are back. Oh yeah. After a beautiful anniversary celebration, 9 years of uninterrupted brave commitment to the struggle of the masses. Freedom 87.9, the People's Radio. And we equally emerged victorious in the football encounter with our fans and supporters. Oh yeah, I sustained small injury in my thigh. That's the reason I'm not there. You know, big players, when you get small problem, you gotta make sure you nurse those wounds. So you can just run the play. But we have men there, and of course we beat them. So all the BB Moya can be passing around. Yes, when we be talking, I say, "Oh, we can play football." And we grab your quarter, all of you, all our family. We grab your beer. 3-2 in the ball. They win the broad division player, and all they put on the field. Stay grab them and flog them. Oh yeah. Oh, yes, man, it was a good thing, and I'm sorry to all of our friends, our fans who are going there to see and interact with us. Unfortunately, the injury plus some very pressing emergency that came up, and then we couldn't be there. But trust me, next year we'll be there. Next year, probably we'll be there live and direct, flesh and blood. Too many things to talk about this morning. I remember, and don't forget that come December, there are a group of Liberians that are planning to take their issues again to the street and demand answers from the government to correct the issues of bad leadership and, of course, deliver on the aspirations of the Liberian people. that continuously get expressed on a daily basis across different platforms. Liberians have continuously voiced the displeasure and disgruntlement with the manner in form in which the current government has been proceeding since its inception. And this time, Sting is coming out with a protest action to lead or leave. So being one of the network that's always ahead of everybody, we've accepted to speak with the folks and create a kind of public consciousness around what is pending. Let's know from them. So the team will be here at 9 o'clock to speak to us about that. Then we make reason together, of course, right here on the big stage. Protest organizers, December 17th, protest organizers. Oh yes, there's a protest pending for December. The protest is intended to call on the president to leave or to leave power. Where do you stand with that? These are interesting conversations. It begins right here at 9 a.m. this morning. Just before our guests come in, we're going to look back on some of the trending issues that took place over the weekend. Whether it is the president's dedication of the 35 pieces of buses unveiled by the National Transit Authority, comments made, source of funding have all raised eyebrows across the critical spectrum of Liberia. Questions are being asked, especially when the president pronounced that the source of funding is from the Echo Bank, a commercial bank in Liberia. Something that's news to a lot of people, and people are beginning to ask, how? What is the methodology? What is the procedure? The president also announced at the very ceremony that through the same medium, the government of Liberia is expected to bring in the yellow machines. The president said the yellow machines are coming. And thanks to Echo Bank Liberia. So what is it? And why the president tour Monrovia? Citizens did not hold back their emotions and sentiment. Citizens never held back to express to the president how displeased they are. And of course, for the first time in the history of Liberia, unprecedentedly, citizens boo the president. Boo the president. Bwaka got booed by his entire cabinet on the NTA buses. This is a big news. And we have to go beyond and understand why. That is the most critical question that we have to find answers to. Critical leadership will begin to assess. And I've seen a video of some officials of the government insulting Liberians, calling them dirty, stinking, all kinds of things. Oh yeah, and I'm like, are you kidding me? The very people you were just begging for power recently are the people you're insulting today. And we got to say, oh, Mr. President, we're not happy. Our things are not too okay. Another troubling happenings over the weekend is the incident in Red Line. A stark reminder of the dark past of our country. Something I believe needs to be discussed very critically. A full assessment of everything that's happened. And we have been awaiting responses or comments from critical segment as regards what happened. A land dispute transformed itself into a whole different conversation. So the National Chief Imam of Liberia had a press conference that sharply contradicted some conversation. I'm aware that, of course, the president of Liberia, Joseph Newman Boakai, also held some stakeholder conversation with parties involved. And the outcome from that meeting was way too different, responsible, objective than what the chief imam said. So the president and the folks were in meeting, and the chief imam was busy having press conference, saying something else. It speaks to how aware people are of their surroundings and all of that. But we're gonna have very, very beautiful conversation this morning, and of course, the chief imam is well invited. You can share the live, share the show with him, and it's going to be blunt, brutal, and frank right here on the big station. Our heel doesn't fit in anybody's mouth, so we fear nobody, we fear only God. And of course, when people are not doing the right thing, it takes us to speak truth to them and tell them exactly that, look, you need to adjust and you need to do the right thing. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, this is the big station. Too many things. That's the shape and size of the conversation for you this morning. And of course, today being Monday, we are also paying cash to our winners. And the cash giveaway has come also very, very great. There are beautiful offers for the month of December. And let me bring you up to speed with some of the latest in terms of developments around the cash giveaway. That *255*1# *255*1# is the code for just 50 cents LD. You are qualified to win bumper prizes. So there is this Win Liberia 1 year anniversary participant challenge, where Win Liberia is giving back to its amazing participants, all of you that have been participating and playing the Win Liberia cash giveaway and all of that. So as the institution commemorates its first anniversary, it has come out with a whole big challenge that all of you fans and participants of the Win Liberia cash giveaway across all of the different platforms can compete at different levels and all of that. So how does it look like? The top 3 participants per station will walk away with incredible prizes. So, for example, Freedom FM, the top 3 participants for this period, right, that which we're going to tell you, right, are qualified to win very incredible prizes, right, the top 3. So, what are the prizes? They include 1, television. 1 brand new smart and flash screen 43-inch television. 2, a standing fan. 1 powerful rechargeable standing fan. Remember, we are hitting the dry season. All of us may not have the resources to pull AC in our place, but we need a very guaranteed and a rechargeable fan. As soon as LEC start playing Tekele, and then you'll be already there to serve you. And Win Liberia is giving you the opportunity to that. 3, smartphone, right? Okay, so when LEC go, at least you get your latest smartphone, you be doing your other thing there, and stuff. So 1 Tecno Camon 40, I think it's the latest in the series, the Camon brand. So 1 Tecno Camon 40 is up as well for 3 top participant across all of Win Liberia platforms. So Freedom FM, 3 person going to qualify to win across these incredible prizes. The date of this final draw and of course presentation will be November 29, the biggest and most celebrated holiday in the country. And I know Hagar agree with me because Hagar can always go on the beach on November 29. Your time reaches, so yeah. So that is it. On November 29 is going to be Tuesday, and all of these things are going to come out. So all you have to do between the 11, today's the 16, right, to the 29, right, is where you have the chance to come out as one of the 3 best participants in the raffle, right? By dialing *255*1#. So the number of time you play, all of the times you will play, all the numbers will be added, and the top 3, right, players for that period will walk away with these amazing prizes on the 29th of November, making your holiday, and very, very great. So the more you play, the better your chances are to win. And these are not going to interrupt your daily winnings. So as we're having the conversation now and you're playing, once we do the draw, you win, you receive your 5,000, your 10,000, 25, and of course your bag of rice. These prices are constant, they're stable. But there's some of us that want to lay flash screen, we want to lay Techno, Camon Forte, and of course we want all rechargeable fans. So when LEC start playing and the Boaka dance, then you'll be already there to serve you for the rest of the night and all of that. Increase the number of times and of course your participation, because the more participation you have, the more points you're earning yourself to be able to qualify to win these amazing prizes come the 29th of November 2025. Folks, that's exactly what it looks like right here on Freedom 87.9. And of course, this morning we intend to pay lots and lots of people right here on the show. *255*1#, *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances are to win and all of that. Higa, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning to you and good morning to our audience. It's another Monday to be here and say thank God for the grace that He has given us to be counted amongst the living. We are here again to talk the Liberian people's talk. What matter most to the growth and development of our country is the reason for which we've gathered here. I'm receiving some very credible information that the rift between the vice president and of course the minister of finance is deepening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some internal rankling within the government.
You want to do face for
somebody wants to show power, and the other person feel that this person is subordinate to me and they should be doing this. But because the subordinate is trying to do something that is more than what the vice president have in the future, so you feel like you see the vice president as the threat. So he must do what he can in his power to strangulate him so he don't outshine other things out there, so it will be difficult for him. But the internal ranking within or amongst the vice president and the finance minister is deepening, and that is something we can say for
how about Senator Johnson's? This is his memorial, right?
I heard that.
How is it? How's Koga? Is Koga on board?
From what I think I heard of an earlier postponement in the feast on grounds that Senator Koga had earlier requested that it should be postponed so that he have the opportunity to reconcile the family, to have a conversation with the family married now since the death of
because I think Johnson. I saw a writing from Ame Johnson.
Yeah, so
saying that people want to use her father's feet for
political. But that's where we are. So Senator Koga,
who do you think she was talking to?
Senator Koga had requested that it be, because there are internal rankling, Abu, whether you like it or not, there are internal rankling within, let's say, amongst the family,
the Johnson family.
So Senator Koga as an uncle to the children, and maybe we say the husband to the wife. I requested that let's pause this.
Traditionally,
yes,
indirectly,
yes. So that's why it is. Let's
as well as Bobby can be
and have some internal conversation to reunite the family. But again, because others are doing it for political reasons, they want to get political glory. So as a result of that, they pushed the madam.
Who the others could be doing it for political reasons?
Is definitely headed by the vice president.
So he's the lead organizer.
He's the lead organizer of the feast. So looking at it, postponing it at the request of Senator Koga, even when his request is genuine, the vice president see that as no, we can't do that. When we do it, we give this man glory. So let's go ahead. So that's why he had to talk to the madam, the lead senator's wife now, to come up to speak and announce that the ceremony will go ahead as planned. So that's where we are. There are internal fight. The vice president, I don't know why the vice president
has the madam announced that?
She have announced. She listened to.
And then Koga is calling for postponement.
Koga is calling for postponement, and the madam is announcing or has announced that the fix will go ahead as planned. So that's where we are.
Okay, so let's go to NTA. Over the weekend, the NTA brought in the bosses, and of course the president was there. So we just picking in some of these things. We'll come to our real issues, right? So the president made some comment that have raised eyebrows, and critical minds are beginning to look at it and ask some very critical questions, just like we've always asked. You know, this whole thing about the yellow machines, the source of funding, and Liberians, mind you, any which way the conversation go is the country money that's going to be spent. So asking accountability is an honorable thing for everybody to do, and that's what we are seeking to know from the government and the president. On what is it? So the president said EcoBank is financing. Remember, once upon a time we spoke about the EcoBank thing here, right? And we even promised that we're going to talk to our friends there to see whether there was an existence of any sort of arrangement between the bank and the government of Liberia. And honestly, we did interact with friends there, but we could not lay our hands on anything. They said at that point there was none. So apparently it has all been backstage, right? And this is where we are. So the question becomes, do you think it's a loan arrangement from the government? And then if it is a loan arrangement, so what could this be? Could the government be securing the loan and giving the loan to the Chinese company that the vice president has approved for this procurement process, right? Because mind you now, the Liberian company, the ABK Incorporated, lost the process or were kicked out, even though they got some legal grievances that they're pursuing. But as it stands, it seems as though the vice president has given green light to the Chinese company, one other Chinese company. So should it be the prerogative of the government to go and secure loan from EcoBank and then give it to the company, or it is the company that's supposed to go there and do it and all of that? Because my thing is, this thing can be in twofold. If the government is contracting a company to deliver the yellow machines, right? That means what that company needs from the government is just the signing of the contract. The company will use the contract and source funding, right? Based on the guarantee of the contract with the government of Liberia and all of that. And that's when the company will be needed. But in the event where the government herself will secure the money, I don't think the government would then need whether Chinese or any kind of company again to a larger extent. That means you are already in power, you have the cash. And when you have money, you want to shopping, what do? You go straight to the market and buy, right?
You go straight and go buy. At that point, once you shopping, they say, they say, maybe for example, you stipulated the price at around $20 and you go to purchase, they say, it's around $15 or $16. You are already in the position to buy. Okay. Or if it is $21 at that point, and you go for negotiation.
Yeah, because you already have the money.
Yeah.
Or you have the money and then maybe you're deciding who to buy from, right? So government has the money. Then why is government going to buy from Chinese company? Why can't government go to buy from a Liberian company? Because the thing with the Chinese company is the pre-financing arrangements. Because if you read the rejection, the PBCC rejection of ABK, they stated its financial, liquidity or capacity to meet up with the financial term. So it is that financial term that gives the Chinese company an advantage, according to the government, above the local Liberian company. But so now that the government has secured funding from the bank, the processes of which will be talked about, right? Whether it was a loan and whether the loan went to the legislature, if the legislature is aware of what's happening, blah, 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 and all of that. Those are whole different conversations that could be held another day. But now we're talking, the government has the money. So the government should use that money to empower Liberian companies. Instead of taking money, the government take loan from the bank, and the president announced and thanking EcoBank for giving the government the loan, right? But then the government is going to give that money to a Chinese company. I mean, I don't know. So where is the president's idea of empowering Liberian businesses? Where is the whole thing about empowering Liberian businesses and, of course, prioritizing the liberalization policy? Mr. President, I don't know what's happening around you, but too many things not connecting. Too many things not connecting. Things are hard, things are tough, and people are trying to mesmerize and pacify, and you know, the boo that you receive from the people. Mr. President, you can get even more if the opportunity is afforded. Liberians are angry. You're denying them. You're giving companies, you're giving businesses to Chinese, Sierra Leoneans, and you know, South Africans, and all kind of king and stuff. And this is hurting. Hey, Gabo, what's your thought on that? And then we'll move to the what was it, Randolph Street? The Randolph Street boo of the president?
It was Randolph Street. So about the fight is, we've said these things over and over and again. We will continue to say them. But those who should have the listening ears, I should say, well, I listened yesterday. I think I sent you that video involving the assistant minister. But this entire thing about this yellow machines, Abu, I don't know. Like in the case, like the president told us in the case of the yellow early buses, that's where we are heading to. And it is going to be another burden that is going to be placed on successive government.
The bosses are
the government that will come after this, because the government is going to the bank, the EcoBank there, requesting for loan. EcoBank in return is doing it, but the government will not be, trust me, Abu, the government will not pay that EcoBank loan. It become a burden of the Liberian people. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, if Bouaka is no longer president of Liberia, anyone that will be president of Liberia will be obliged to pay that loan.
So technically, it's not Bouaka bringing yellow machine.
No.
Technically, it's not Bouaka bringing yellow machine. So Bouaka is absorbing that responsibility to the Liberian government. And so whether he's there,
I don't know why the president and the government in general is they are trying to bypass this thing from going through the legislature. There should be budgetary allocation for these things. If the legislature can allocate 40,000 plus to purchase each lawmaker a vehicle, purchasing yellow machines that will build roads in our country should be, the budget should be allocated. Why is the government so interested in taking loan from EcoBank other than allocating budget for that? That is because this unity party government don't want to be held responsible financially when it comes to these things. They are doing it for the political glorification. So we want to purchase the yellow machines, but we will not be the one paying for it.
So
this government
they
pay for it.
So they did a draft budget, right? They did not put money there.
Anything there for the yellow machine. Even the buses.
But then they say EcoBank credit us as a government of Liberia, right? So it's the government of Liberia that owes you. So whoever comes, right, will have to pay that money. And mind you, now remember they were bragging that they brought the yellow machine cost down, right?
Yeah.
Under the new arrangement, we are hearing that the cost of the yellow machine could be hitting around 37, 38, 39 million. So it's no longer 21 or 22 million that they were talking about. So the costs keep increasing. And that's what basically the reason why I'm holding some of my thought on this whole thing. I would love, and I'm going to apply frantic effort to lay hands on whatever formal arrangement that there is between the government of Liberia and EcoBank in this regard. Since the president, in fact, they should come public and publish it, but they will not, right? We will have to go other way to try to get it. And when we get it, we'll have to look at it and see. Then we'll know how is Liberia being obligated, right? Then you know. So this whole yellow machine thing now, the president he's admitting that he can't make it.
No.
Or he contact his good old friend, he vice president go China and come back from China. Nobody can trust them anymore. Nobody can give them any money. They can't find money anywhere to bring yellow machine in the country. Nobody Nobody see them responsible. The government has failed. The president has failed to attract, any money or any guarantee to bring yellow machine to the country. He comes back to the country now, run to a commercial bank.
The government portraying it in the public or putting it in the public. If that was what it was, Abu, the government should be telling us there is a budgetary allocation for this in this fiscal year 2026 budget, and then Liberians are able to understand now that yes, at least the government have been making moves. The government apparently, maybe since the president went to France or to the, Indonesia, where they said 3 billion were coming from. Out of the 3 billion, the Indonesian company or government have given maybe 500 million for that, and they're using it to purchase yellow machines. But the government, from what this entire thing is making us to understand now, is that Abu, the man and power around, nothing coming. So they say that credit.
No money. Nobody can trust them.
Nobody.
It's about trust. Nobody can trust the government. Nobody can give them. For almost 2 years, this government is looking for money to procure yellow machines. They can't find it nowhere. Nobody can give them a copper. The government cannot attract. Right? So for those of you that are saying and thinking, oh, the government will rescue the country, you're missing it. You're missing the mark. We're going to be in this cycle just like this. And you always see someone like, oh, like critical, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're going to remain critical. But this is the fact. We've assessed this government inside outside. They're all looters. And look, we're reaching a point where you know, and some of you be like, oh, we are painting a picture. We have the capacity to see what you can see. We have the capacity to hear what you can hear. Mm-hmm. So when we are talking, we speak authoritatively because we know how to get these facts. And we are telling you, right?
Some of the things you can get in the public, you can spend 3-4 weeks before you come outside.
Good. So you just follow the whole pattern and the conversation around the yellow machine. It started with a whole big brag that our good friend is bringing yellow machine, and all of that. Seemingly projecting the kind of clout that the president has to attract millions into the country, and people can trust him and giving and dash Labrador with 285 yellow machine. That turned out to be a mirage, a big headable lie from the belly of the devil. The president lie, right? No friend, nowhere telling you you're giving him yellow machine. It was a big black lie. He fooled the country. He lied and he got disgraced. Say, oh, okay, and we made mistake. We say, so I said to the committee, let's do the thing here, let's do it. The committee go. The committee has passed around, all overtook generally from here. They went China and they passed all around the Kimba. No kappa.
The money they're supposed to use to pre-finance the yellow machine.
No, they did not get a jing thing to procure the machines. People keep asking, right? People keep asking, blah, 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 blah. So at the end of the day, the yellow machine thing here looking embarrassing. So let's go to the bank. Bellies, the president crawling on his stomach, begging, echo ben people, my boy, I beg you, I come and get shimo, my people, you gotta credit all, when Joey come back, Joey get plenty people, and they will pay you, and more time we are 2 years, some out there, what we left, Joey poking, they were paying it, we begging you get the money, we just want to put the machine, also let it post here. I mean, and this is it.
So they just want to run a campaign.
Yeah, I mean, their thing is, they just want to put it,
the entire thing is just about fake life.
That's all.
Fake life. It's almost like some of our sisters who don't have the upper hand to purchase some of the clothes their friends are wearing, but they want to bluff. So they go out to their friends and borrow these clothes and things, and they be passing it around, and they see them, they're beautiful, they're doing pictures and things, you see them, you say, yeah. So it's just, the government is just, they're holding a fake life. We can get the money to purchase it, but we want to campaign, we want to show that we can do it. So let's go credit now.
But how many more yellow machines we need in the country?
Most are bringing 26.
Yeah, since the government came to power, right? The number of illegal yellow machines that not enter the bush, that mining the resources in the country. That's why a few pieces that Mama Ability Day or Queen Contest or where the ones. You remember the Queen Contest yellow machine?
They said the package at the barracks.
You sure you there?
But what is that?
The bulk of them mining, they carry the machine in the bush, they mining gold, diamond, stealing resources. Yo, man, what kind of country y'all come to yourself, but we late. So let's go to Rhino Street. The first time for the president since his induction into office to engage for the most part come face to face with the people and expect a direct and a synchronous reaction from the public. I think was this whole yellow machine the yellow buses. I mean the buses tour.
Oh, and Thursday, I think Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday or so. And the president got booed. Hey, guy, what's your thought?
I said this on Friday. From the look of things, when you're dealing with individuals who feel like they know it all, who even when they are making, I would have some people who don't like correction. You see from the outside, you see what they are doing and know that it is wrong, but they hate to be corrected. Now, looking at what it is like for this government, the citizens, just as it was in the case of the CDC, when the citizens had the opportunity to express, but in this case, it was not like Bwaka. But the citizens had the opportunity to express their anger. How was that done? Through the midterm senatorial by-elections. The citizens rejected many of the regime's candidates at that time. It sent a signal that the government needed to reshape some of what they were doing. Now, in this case, there is no midterm election that could test the government's ability. Now, the president, luckily, I think it was just God using, got on a bus as a way of showing to the public that this is what we've gotten, this is how we got it, blah 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 blah. The reception that he expected from Liberians, some will say, yeah, some people clap for him. Yeah, it will always be the case. But the greater reaction from the public was disenchantment. The citizens thought that this is the right time that we can express ourselves. When the government is thinking that what they've done is it because of buses that we took the former government from power. No, the former government brought in 45 pieces of bus in this country. We still voted them out. So, especially on the back of the MCC report card that graded our government F, or that failed our government in the issue of empowerment or employment. Now, today, things are not normal. It is clear. The president went out there. Liberians boo at the president, my people.
So why do you think instead of cheering the president, right, the people boo the president?
Especially in a case that you think you've done something, that you should be appreciated. The people say what you've done is far less than what or the reason why we put you there.
Correct. So what I think the government should do, I mean, the technocrats, if they are, I think these are sobering moments for impactful reasoning and calculations. And I like the way you put it in. Too many people have equally said that. You see, sometimes when you're leading, you always feel you're right based on the reports you're getting. And your ability to assess the authenticity of this report, the validity of the facts contained within those reports, may be hampered due to, this whole agencies that are failing. They will hire, consultants, and the consultants will develop reports to pin them well and all of that. But the people, the population that's feeling the impact of whatever the government is doing, are the ones that can provide, a reasonable, feedback that you can use and say. So that was clearly a feedback moment. In the case of the CDC, they had a midterm election. And when the midterm happened, the Liberian people position were loud and clear. They were loud and clear. And of course, For those of you that can remember very well, there were adjustments made. You started seeing changes. The government started listening more. The arrogant level reduced. They started engaging the media. They started engaging stakeholders. But prior to that, no. It was a whole Fakao show. Nobody was listening. But today, what do we have? We have a system in place that's just moving straight. They're just going straight. And they feel all is right, all is good. That they're delivering, and they're relying on bloggers. Hungry bloggers. Kids who are looking for something to feed on. These are the people they are using as validators of the effectiveness of their policies and programs since they assumed power. So the moment on Thursday was a perfect moment for the government to know how citizens view their performance. Even if it was one person. You know, severally we've said that, Mr. President, the signs and the writings on the streets are terrible. You have been rejected. We have not seen, even the days of former President Taylor, Liberians who stand to applaud him. But unprecedentedly, since Mbwaga became president, for whatever reason, Mbwaga is passing, is going to places, Liberians will turn their back. They will get themselves busy with different things. They will care less. These are rare flags. The government was not listening. Then Sam Gay developed a whole terrorizing tactics where you block the traffic for 30 to some more minutes, disrupting every other activities when the president stay home, building the anger. Now, Mr. President, the people on the street that you want to celebrate and clap for you are the people that are being daily harassed by the MCC police and others. They suffer the pinch. Their businesses have been taken away from them. They are burning in anger. They're trying to communicate. Mr. President, can you summon the MCC folks and have a conversation with them? Your marketing association people, let them give you the direct feedback. The Yana Boys Association, these are the people, these are your citizens. Hear from them. They too have a stake. Know their plight, Mr. President. You are supposed to solve everybody's problem in this country. Not only those in the AC cars, right? In the AC offices. These people on the street are your citizens. Their reaction matters. But I know you're not going to do anything because a lot of your advisors have already said, oh, these are seditions and blah, blah, blah. So the name CDC is always used to get you. I don't know. It's being used as it's identified as your weak point. So whenever somebody want to get around you, they just say CDC and you're okay. Or they just go ahead and criticize CDC and you're okay. You're not evaluating. You're not investigating beyond. So for you, the fact that the people are burning a sedition is okay. So you don't have a problem. But you don't want to ask, why are they reacting to me this way when they're supposed to be celebrating and bringing public transportation to intervene? So at 6 p.m. when they finish selling and they're trying to go home, they can be lined up all on the street. They're supposed to be celebrating. If they're not, then something is responsible. What is responsible? Even if that 2 person, even if that 3 person, the bulls who could play it was loud. Is the president, the government care to know, to hear? No, but they're acting fakao. They will not. They will insult the people. They will call them name. Listen to the other lady from Mikat calling them dusty, dirty days, blah, blah, blah. And you just imagine, just do a retrospect on the time that lady passing around here with recorder and think how he used to be. You see how life looking? The very lady that used to be passing around from MCC conference room and to Mika conference room, and we other people putting money together to pay your way, blah blah. And today you're looking at other people, you're cussing them because Baga have made you assistant minister. But you can't. This is it. You're insulting the people who voted for Baga that gave you the job. You're insulting them. So for all of you, Waterside, Randall Street, Mecklin Street, Ashmont Street, and all of you across, the government position is that you're dirty, you're smelling, right? You're dusty, you're good for nothing, and that's how they react to your concern for the president to do better. Nobody feed these people. People are independent. If government policies and programs are affecting them directly, they will come on the road, they will spread their lapa. That's what we know Librarians will do, right? They will spread their lapa. Oh, the paper now come, but they will spread their lapa wherever can pass. But you see them boom.
The reception will be overwhelming.
You see them boom, Mr. President. You are the most disgraced president in the history of this country. Less than 2 years into your reign, you are being booed. Less than 2 years into your reign, you are being booed. Booed, disgraced, humiliated, and embarrassed. And that's the fact. You are failing. Mr. President, you are in a buffer zone and you're not seeing anything around you. It's terrible. We keep telling you, and your people tell you, say, about we opposition journalists, and you don't want to talk. We don't even want to talk to you. So let them create it that way. Nobody's seeking your attention. But you're the leader of the country. We have a desire, we have an idea on how the country can move forward. And we know the people that are undermining your government. Mm-hmm. So having a sit down with people like us is an opportunity because we're going to be blunt with you. We're going to tell you frankly. But people will prevent us. You see, when I talk to you, I will tell you Kula is incompetent. Kula don't want that. So
Kula, sure it.
So them. And you understand? So they know people like us, we don't have borders. So they're afraid, right? And the president is supposed to be willing to talk to critical people. Oh, yeah, you should expect that we'll be critical and we'll put it in your face. It will inform you. You'll take action. They've denied you. Don't listen to critical media. You've been telling a guy that you're like a remote control old man and you're just there. You're not even aware of what's happening around you and you're getting booed. If care is not taken, Mr. President, if this trend continues, I'm telling you all this morning, if this trend continues, it could be the first time. I don't know. It could be the first time. Mr. President, you have to wake up. He got this thing, what I saw, right? It's troubling. It's a dangerous sign. It's a dangerous right thing. And the president have to wake up.
I think what the president
you listen to that pastor who played?
Yeah.
You listen to that pastor? Mm-hmm. What the pastor said? That pastor that was there, I said, very profile that the fire coming. That the fire coming, Mr. President. And I'm telling you all this morning, Mr. President, this is serious. These are not good signs. These are not good signs, Mr. President. And the anger is boiling. These people will feel like they do not have any reason to live and they don't care whatever happened. And one moment, they will take some actions. They will take some actions. And what will your security officers do? Maybe they will open gun, they will fire. They will kill people. But the people will feel like they're sacrificing. For them, that will be a revolution. Seeing you will be a point of anger. Whenever the people see your car passing, they see your convoy passing, they get outraged. They're angry, Mr. President. Liberians are angry. Angry. Look at the number of dismissals you've made. That is an epitome of the colossal failure that's going on in the government. And you think that hiring can solve it, President? Hiring. Somebody send me a list of I don't know how many persons you have loafalized the country. Your actions are not even igniting a sense of cohesion and oneness. You're ostracizing in your leadership decisions. You're making other people to feel less, involved with your leadership. So you're creating more reasons for resenting you because people don't feel included. People feel excluded. Yana boys excluded. Cyclists excluded. ordinary workers excluded, and all of that. These are the messages. So the people will feel you. There's a whole system on the other side, and they're on the other side. So your presence annoys them, it angers them, and they will react differently. I can't predict, but these are terrible signs.
These are terrible signs, and the sickening thing is those who are supposed to listen and ensure that the right thing is done, they are not doing it.
Correct.
That's why you will find an assistant minister that is supposed to be propagating the best message from the government, and is showing to build that bridge. The Ministry of Information is more like a bridge between the government and the citizen. The way you engage with the citizens, propagating the government's messages, is how the citizens are going to receive the message and be able to accept the government. But when you get a bunch of arrogant individuals,
and everybody just angry,
who will sit and always insulting,
they are in power, stealing the country
terrible.
money, and they're angry, they're insulting people. Look at Fagon causing all the people. They say Fagon comes on.
Fagon, look at the entire LBS, our professional group of individuals work. We got our sisters working there. I got my sister out there, James. That place.
Don't be calling people new.
That place that is supposed to be a sacred. That place that is supposed to be a sacred area, area that breeds professional individuals. If I'm going to look at the entire institution and say the people can be doing Hopojo work, I dare you if I'm going to speak to a group of professionals like that. But again, this is where we are when you take incompetent and inept individual and give him professional job that requires professional qualification. This is what we get. You take a novice, somebody who knows absolutely nothing about the system that he's operating. That's why you see he's opening casino, but he want to justify that place at casino. He opened gambling area at the LBS. Look at a group of professional, well-trained individuals, many of whom are even qualified than he, Fagon. He breed them as Hopoju.
That casino thing, we are still digging in. They say that the president's son involved. The president's son is involved. So that is that. And I don't know, whatever the president wants to do with Fagon, that's his business. And so, but that's what you have. Fagon is a mess. He's a psychopath. He's suffering from paranoia. Fagon is sick in the brain. You know, just look at Fagon. Fagon is a punk. That's who he is. He's a stupid idiot. But let's take course on this few thing and hear Librarian views, and then we will speak briefly about the incident in Red Light. While we are with our guests at 9 o'clock. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, hey guys, here. This is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. Let's take course right here on each of these and see what Librarian thoughts are on a Monday morning. 0776
I'm sure this is Ma CC here starting the call in this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is by the minutes.
Okay.
One, let me say good morning to you and your audience. Two things. I think the issue with the yellow machine, I can tell you for sure that Liberian people have lost interest. And there's no longer interest in that whole saga with all of the lies surrounding it. And my main point has to do with the president riding the bus. They are expected that indeed the Liberian people will celebrate them. Again, it becomes an opportunity of the president to interact directly with the citizens. And I hope he take it in that manner to know how the citizens are feeling about his government. If he does not have that swap analysis, a dual swap analysis of his performance, I'm sorry, Abu and Hagar, trust me, if this trend continue up to the third year, in the middle of that third year, that is next year, trust me, the reaction of the Liberian people will be visible, and the president may not have the means to govern this country. That was a wake-up call. Exactly. That was a lesson learned, and I hope the president pick you guys' conversation, your consistent conversation.
I didn't want to say it, but thank you very much. I didn't want to say it before they will go say, "Oh, Abu, they're inciting people." But you get it. You get it right. You get it. You're right. Up to the third year, it's going to be terrible. Good morning. Let's hear you, Thomas.
Thank you, Abu. This is Thomas in Sabo in Afuni from Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
Abu, let me say a very big thank you to you and Hagar and to the patriotic Liberian who stood up in the face of Omer Joe Parker and boo him. In fact, history will recall it and they will make paradise, Abu.
Who will make paradise?
Abu, people God don't like ugly things.
No,
so imagine.
You're not in the place. Go ahead.
Abu, you are not a spokesperson for Jehovah. So
but
I'm telling you that
you're spokesperson for heaven, that you can speak for heaven.
No, but God is said that you know like ugly thing and Joe Parker is one of the ugly thing Abu. So you are not the spokesperson for heaven. Let me end on this note, Abu. The people are angry. And if this old man ain't careful, there will come a time. Kwame is even tired now. People will stay in front of Baga Convent to stone him. The day is coming because.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's talk to somebody from this side. Good morning. Morning.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, gentlemen, this morning again for another wonderful show.
Go ahead, Peter, sir.
Recognition, I am the common board chairman. I joined from 4 minutes to show. But yeah, here's the thing. The thing is just like both ways. Even if you take it alone, and you go tell the 4G of our constitution say it should be ratified by the House. Every financial transactions must come from the legislators. But then we see people talking about taking loan to buy buses, to buy yellow machines. Oh, we are not a control of the legislature that speak to them going there to get loan. So, like I always
so maybe you need to ask a lawmaker. So, like, Rents across the country need to ask a lawmaker on what road they're playing.
If there's a full guy, another member of the criminal cartel, we got another member of the syndicate who is selling lottery homes all around, who can let about the district in one fellow called Marcus Thomas. But you know the show
so that you go lie on the menu, you go take somebody who you see that the main house.
And what kind of somebody who has seen in there?
Not the main house, man. You're missing. The other one, but not the main house.
Let's talk to somebody else here. Morning.
Good morning, Austin. Good morning. How are you?
My man, I'm Austin. Austin left the show long time. Austin can be in there. Then I'm break.
Morning, Mr. Kawa.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Just go ahead.
I don't know the other person. Okay, I just want to say something this morning. Anyway, my name is Mohammed Sama. I come from Johnsonville. What a big place to live. Now listen.
What a great place to live when you're a commissioner there, starting money from business people there, or in the neighborhood.
Commissioner, the government, commissioner.
That one that we get to
the government increasing taxes, you're the commissioner.
The government is the one that designed the strategy to make you rich at the detriment of the people. If President Walker has been booed by the people today, he is not being strange. President Walker is a liar, and the reason the people put it in your face that you can lie, you have no ideas for what you're doing. The reason they got he decided to parade with no bosses, to think that the Liberian people still having their still small money people, they're not upgrade yet. To use the bosses that is helping them. While the Liberian people are already upgrade themselves for that kind of cheap propaganda. We saw 45 bosses. You bring, 30 or 50, and then you want to use it to enslave the Liberian people mind that you're doing well.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me say good morning to Hagar. I think we need to do some how do I call it? What I call it, some of our people who know some of the full names. And now that one, if they come there with me, I will beat them flat.
Okay.
So Austin, Kawa, Austin. Thank you. Happy belated anniversary to us again.
Yeah, at least for the first time in many years, we won our anniversary game.
For the first time in many years, we won our anniversary game.
Oh yeah, because maybe the captain for the day.
He got on the field.
Okay, I would. Are you?
He got on the field.
Are you?
He was scared. He fucking miss most money. Just so like hey, see.
So you know what carry on the commentary. And I'm going to say fire, man. That's good. Look, you know, I think you guys have forgotten. You guys fled the sea issue, the reason why Waka Convo was being protected or late. These are some of the reasons that have started to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
When you are on a highway or anywhere between your Morocco when Waka Convo is coming, people are asked to stay away from the road, not only the drivers. So that was a clear indication that something was not just right. Mm-hmm. We were asking whether the security around the president, we got some information about threat to the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
That was the reason why they were doing it.
So that the booing, the bear avoiding.
Okay. So that's the city trying to evolve. So bringing these bosses into the country, if it was because of bringing bosses in the country, President Weah was not supposed to leave the president.
But Edmund was so embarrassing. Imagine, I mean, the president gets booed.
Oh yeah, and they are taking it for a joke. He was booed, and we hear the people that did that thing. They remain the hero and the heroines of our country.
And on that very day, as he was getting booed on Randall Street, in front of the mansion, the visually impaired were there.
Oh yeah. And in fact, we have some physically challenged artists around joining in the fight. Telling Bwaka, hey, you are misbehaving here, including the disability community. So here where you are, he will continue to be booed because President Bwaka cannot make a comeback. They are all missed up on the opportunity. The warning shot was sent various independent media went into the market. They brought the people. They say it was state money. So why are you saying that about the booing? Was that state money? Because nobody was thinking about it. Nobody knew where the president was coming from. Nobody knew where dedication of
government officials are saying the boo were done by Dusty Hill, poor, and smelling people. That's how they said. We have the other.
You want us play? We can play for you. We got it.
She's insulting the people.
Yeah, good. And hello, we are already into year 3. They coming in from. Everybody was telling another deal gossip. Everybody was saying this. Everybody did that. They were talking to the woman already friendly. It was so show effect.
Okay, thank you very much. Hey guys, you won't play that thing so the people know what we're saying.
Let me send it to the screen.
The little girl insulted the people. She insulted. I mean, that was a representation of the general masses. So the few people that stood there to, in that way, express the displeasure with governance and all of that, were representation of the many disenchanted citizens across the country. So if you go ahead as a government official from the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism and start to insult on the people, that means you're insulting the general population.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, if this is the official position of the government, and it just tells you what is going on. It just tell you what is going on. You put a thin skin, right? You're leading the people. The people say you're not leading all rightly. You try to use CDC to always scapegoat from your failures and, of course, your bad governance. And this is not helping. You see, the realities are coming on the street. And I like the way Edmund plays it. When these samples were being drawn across on different media platforms, you refuse to accept, the warning shot. You refuse to accept the warning shot, and this is where we are today.
We just having fun from over there, please. Okay.
The dusty sedition.
Listen to that.
Opening their ugly money, their brown teeth, chocolate teeth.
Correct.
To be booing at the bosses when we're
parading
with the bosses.
If we can go back to
dusty sedition.
You will see
our opening their
before and now.
Ugly money, their brown teeth, chocolate teeth. To be booing at the bosses when we're parading with the bosses yesterday. You're the same people with
John
that
Morris
you're
causing
dusty
people
here to enter in our NTA
a
bosses.
comment job.
Be right. Because we know you're broke. When you're in power, you're store plenty of money. You're never safe to invest for your future. You're dusty situation. Our opinion, they are ugly money, they are brown teeth, chocolate teeth. To be booing at the bosses when we're parading with the
So
bosses.
this is the continuous attitude of running away from the facts and the reality. Always using CDC to scapegoat. The facts are coming home, Liberians are coming in. So that means anybody that stoop to be critical, you're burning at CDC to dismiss the substance of the issues that you're raising. And this is where the government is missing the mark. And it speaks primarily to the immaturity and, of course, incompetence of those in power. But again, this is what you keep doing, and then you get overwhelmed at the point. Now, let's make a transition. But before we do that, let's remind you, keep playing *255 *1#, *255 *1#. And let's go with Crime Stopper quickly. We come back. Just hold on. This is going to get very, very interesting, right? Where we are, and keep looking over your head. Times are tough, right? The writings on the wall are scary. So let's go for this break. Crime Stopper Liberia will be back.
Musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the real authority. Then it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Do you want the professionals to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and body wagon spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American cars. The good news is that Macabre has its head garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil. Do you want the professionals to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and body wagon spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American cars. The good news is that Macabre has its head garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil that is very good for your vehicles. Some of these oils, when used, can service your vehicle by itself for up to 4 to 6 months. We have gas treatment and fuel injector cleaner, original from the USA. We can get you any spare part for your car in Liberia from America in 4 working days, even if we are not the one working on your car. We also order spare parts for other garages in Liberia. We have a tow truck service. Get in touch with us. Just call 0778-324-567, 0778-320-366, or 0778-324-566. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts, Liberia's #1.
Okay, comes the course. Welcome back, folks. This is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. After that brief break, and so this is it. If you're just joining us, let's remind you that, of course, Liberians have begun venting their angers at the leadership of the country, and they're not holding back any longer. Just recently, our president was booed disgracefully when he toured celebrated. Unfortunately, the president got booed, and there are different conversations around these things. So just to let you know, right? So briefly, while we talk to our folks, fellow Liberians, we witnessed such a very horrible scene over the weekend on Friday at the lawful execution of an eviction order from the court that turned out to be violent and chaotic, so to speak. And these are reminding of a very disturbing realities. This is under the rule of law culture, when the people starts to feel empowered to resist the enforcement of the law, is indicative of a very troubling reality that needs to be thought about very carefully. And so as we have begun seeing, these things across the country, it is important that we expand the conversation beyond just the regular debates among the ordinary people. And that's why it's important that we set the stage on how the nation proceeds and how conversations are channeled. And it's important. That's the most critical role that we have as the fourth estate. If we remain, and of course the population, the ordinary opinion becomes the driving forces of how the nation proceed, whatever consequences that's born out of that, we share greater responsibility. So we thought to look at that this morning. Very horrible scene, very disturbing realities, and there are many ways to look at it. Behind the scene, we've been engaged and having conversations with regards that whole situation in the red light area. Yes, it's true. It is a private land dispute between two families or two, parties, and it is also true that they're all from they share the same denomination, right? And on the property, there's a presence of a mosque there, so it is obvious that one party will want to use the mosque understanding the emotions that are attached to religion and all of that as a means to create a kind of protection or lure some degree of sympathy because there's a mosque present and all of that. But all of that does not negate the fact that when the law rules, because we're a country of law, and irrespective of who we are, what the circumstances are, the law has to be respected. And it's important that all of us go to bed knowing that this is a country of law, irrespective of who we are, what association we have, and what have you. So now, there is the Kamara and, of course, the Keita family. And this matter has been dragging, so at long last, they could rule. But the Kamara have said, and they have continuously interposed, objection to the mandate on grounds that the evidence and the processes by which the judgment was rendered was tampered with. They have reasons to believe that the evidences that were produced under false pretext, and of course that the facts were manipulated, and they are questioning the veracity, or they are questioning the independence of the judgment. But the issues of redress become a question. When the Supreme Court have ruled, where do one go for redress when you have issues, when you want to question the facts in the case, right? A bit of information, as we witnessed recently with the Supreme Court debacle. Even after the Supreme Court ruled, there was still a chance for a bit of information, right, to review the process. So this is what the Kamara has prayed for, but everywhere they've gone to in seeking this has been denied. To a point, even when they try to invoke the Freedom of Information Act to secure some information from the corresponding information from the land authority, they've been denied and told that their request cannot be granted. So it has been a whole situation where they don't know where to go. They go to lawyer will say, oh, Supreme Court has ruled and there is no way around it and all of that. But precedent shows that even when the Supreme Court has ruled, you still have a window where you can seek an opportunity, right, to hear or make inquiry and present whatever the case, just whatever is required under that legal window or framework that they've been denied. So understanding the emotional attachment, all of those things, and beyond that, the Kamara family that's inhabiting the property have argued that in the process of the eviction, as is normally done, they've not been directly served any eviction order. Rather, according to them, I'm quoting them, right? According to them, the court sheriff will always go directly to the stores, the tenants in the store, and serve the tenants, and the tenants are no party to the case. They are the one, and they are the one inhabiting, right? So if a decision has been reached for eviction, they should be directly served. But before that, the processes to validate, right, the demarcations and of course the property that have been, adjudged to be for the Keita, right? A survey had to be conducted, and in the processes of conducting surveys, as we know it, there will be public notice, and the public notice will be served to adjacent property owners, right? So that people with these claims and all of those will be around, so that the process will go on fairly and openly. The Kamara has argued that these things were conducted surreptitiously without the notice to them nor any other adjacent property owners. So how are we conducting surveys, right? Now, the outcome of their survey report that they're using to evict the Kamaras, right, create further confusion in the vicinity. Now, there is an adjacent property that belongs to a lady from Lofa, right, that's currently being leased to EcoBank. So in their survey report that they have, where the Kamara family currently occupy, they give that to the Keita, and then where EcoBank is, they give it to the Kamara. They say that you're on the property here. You're seeing that, but there is an original ownership of that property. Okay. So the court is saying, go to the other one here. Move on, they won't go on this side. But well, that is the reason why it was important for you to bring everybody, all the adjacent property owner, so that the case will be caught even everybody, so that when we leave from here, I don't have to go get engaged with the lady that has the EcoBank property anymore. So let the EcoBank property owner know from this judgment that where they're occupying is actually mine, as the survey report have shown. They didn't do that. So they've always just been interested in enforcing the eviction order, and whatever has to happen has to happen. Though 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, I think this was the 3rd or 4th time that it went and it turned out the way it turned out. Quite unfortunate. And there is a reason why whenever these kinds of court processes are being carried out, that the Ministry of Justice and presence is sorted to ensure law and order, to ensure that the rule of law is applied and is a barber. In a given instance, when court sheriff and of course the police and other security people went there, they met resistance, which sometimes happen. And in the instant where resistance happen, law enforcement and other people are trained to understand the rules of engagement and all of these things and blah, blah, blah. It does not negate the fact that they have to ignore what their duties are in terms of ensuring that whatever happens and everybody remains in the confines of the law. We must design all of the means to subdue those people, arrest them, and report them. That's why we are the law enforcement. But we don't go and get involved or stand there and witness an act that's so barbaric, that is so unlawful happen. Now, let's say the first team that went got overpowered or overwhelmed by the resisting forces. You can send for backup. You got other options. Mm-hmm. And then when you send for backup, the backup is still being overwhelmed. You get an EFL, you can send for the EFL. But the law got to be enforced. The law has to be enforced. We have to nourish this peace that we have. We have to protect the sanctity that we're enjoying. We're enjoying fragile peace. Whenever you have peace and then social economic issues and challenges are there, people are traumatized, people are angry, people want jobs, they don't have jobs, people are hungry, they're putting their children out of school, they're disturbed, the peace is fragile. And those in leadership have to understand it from there. Law enforcement has to know it from there. People are always angry with each other. When men don't get money, it's fair. You see other men hustling, fair. He's thinking that, oh, that man doing something, that man is taking out opportunity, blah, blah. These angles are there. So it becomes the responsibility of those in power to manage the situation and make sure that peace continues to reign. Did we see that? Absolutely not. There was a huge slip on the part of law enforcement. And talk about all those other rhetoric that we were hearing, those wartime rhetorics and all of that. But those are not the real issues. Because always in this country, the sentiment and emotions always becloud the real issues, and people are carried away, and then perpetrators of wrongdoing go scot-free. These police officers that were there and flouted their own code of ethics and whatever happened. Imagine that thing was going to blow into a full-blown crisis. What was going to happen? Imagine that thing was going to get big, like what we witnessed in 2003 with that Iraq war. Imagine that situation was going to, escalate to that level. And law enforcement was there. So who was the commander or the supervisor of that team that went there? Are we considering holding them responsible for the breakdown that happened? To stand there and allow and permit that mob violence, that is a violation of the penal code. The penal code of Liberia criminalizes mob actions and mob justice. And law enforcement there, people are executing mob action. So let me read from a post that was made by Sheikh Mohammed Dukli. It's important. His opinions. We will come to the chief imam. The chief imam is a political appointee, so we can understand exactly. So, but let's see some of the basic things that the chief imam and where our disagreement is with him. So, former senatorial candidate of Montserrat County and Bapolu County, Mohammed Dukli writes, upholding the rule of law, lessons from the November 13 eviction incident. The November 13 incident involving the enforcement of a civil law could be mandated eviction order exposes troubling realities about the state of justice, accountability, and policing in Liberia. And I agree. As a nation striving for stability and democratic maturity, we must reflect honestly and urgently on the implication of what transpired. Let's leave the emotion. Let's sit down in our corner. Think about what happened. Go and play the video, watch it. Right? Get your emotion, your sentiment out. Nobody can change any reality in the country. Nobody, no matter how you put your voice way in the air, you can't change anything. You can't rewrite anything. The histories are clear. The use of stones, petrol bombs, and other violent means to resist a lawful order of the civil law code, endangering the lives and properties of ordinary citizens, police officers, and other law enforcement personnel, constituted a clear violation of Article 2 and 65 of the Constitution, which render the court's judgment legal and binding. Under these articles, and every citizen should know, when the court rules, it's binding. Whether you like it or not, it's binding. It's constitutional, and nobody is supposed to act ultra vire. Nobody. Yeah. So when individuals or groups feel empowered to defy a final judicial mandate, the authority of the judiciary is weakened, and the very foundation of our constitutional order is threatened. During that time, you know, that working on time at wartime. At time paramilitary, at time rebel people, malicious people can feel like they get power to resist law, the lawful order, and blah blah blah. So when you see symptoms and signs of that, it should be worrying. The point to which people feel like they're in power and they can resist, and you know, it's troubling in a democracy. And I agree. This is categorically unacceptable and must be addressed firmly, professionally, and strictly within the confines of the law. The rule of law cannot survive in an environment where compliance is treated as optional. And I like to pause on this. There's a precedent and there is a dangerous precedent to this. The rule of law and the mandate of the court is not optional. When the court rule is final, it's constitutional that we abide and uphold. Now, what did we see? Severally, the court has ruled in this country, and the chief executive of the republic, the president, treated it optional. The president was setting bar precedent. When the court ruled in the LTA saga, the president chose whether to accept the court ruling or not. He chose his option. When the court ruled in the legislature thing, the president again decided whether he will take the court on or he will take his own. And by law, that's not how it's supposed to be. So when we tell you here that Boakai is the epitome of everything that's dangerously happening and the erosion that's happening in our country, we mean it, and we'll always connect the dots. You see the dangerous precedent? So citizens are developing within themselves because we have the follow the leader culture or syndrome in Liberia. For what you see leaders do, that's what they do. The president was going to uphold the mandate of the court in these instances. Who have sent a larger message out there. Nobody who have been, thinking about, the court says something, no. The supremacy of the court are going to be manifested. And everybody are going to follow suit. What did the president do? No, I will do business with the majority. That's what the court say. I will do business. Was that the option? It's not optional. The president made it optional. The president has made made it optional in this country. When the court says something, you can decide whether you accept the court or you do your own thing. That's why all the resistance are happening across the country. You're thinking the thing that are happening that anybody, that the president is responsible, wholly and solely. And reasonable people out there, they're listening, they know exactly what we're saying. Equally troubling was the mob violence directed at the alleged violators. So now, let's establish one thing. Those who resisted the court order, from everything we've said, were violators of the law. So, does not give you violence or mob justice as an option to address violators. Equally troubling was the mob violence directed at the alleged violators during and after their arrest. While they were being arrested, mob action was being used to do that, to perpetuate that. That is against the penal law of Liberia. That's against the laws of the country. Unacceptable. And that you have law enforcement people there, and Gregory has not relieved anybody. He's not even subjected anybody to investigation. What kind of country are we running? Right? Article 20A and 21E guarantee due process and prohibit cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment, while the penal law criminalizes all forms of assault and mob action. Police people there, and these things, these violations, and you're okay that the country is being run in a gangster fashion. Liberia is being run like a gangster paradise. And everybody just doing their own thing. Nobody care about the law, and you don't want to hold the people accountable. Nobody willing to hold the people accountable. If you attempt holding the people accountable, then you bring your UP and your CDC thing. Save us, man. This country is bigger than your UP and your CDC thing. The government is failing miserably. Look at the country. Look everywhere. People are walking with knives. People are walking with all kinds of things. Gangsterism all in the street, and they're booing the president. The president is being disgraced. Now, that's what the law says. While the penal law criminalizes all forms of assault and mob action, no accusation, however serious, grants private citizens the right to harm, wound, or humiliate another being. Vigilantism is neither justice nor courage. What we witnessed before our eye was clear vigilanticized justice. And people are clapping their hands. So-called educated intellectuals are, I don't know what is the purpose of our education in this country. We get educated and we sound the same ordinary way like the Weber Putra. So what distinguishes us? What distinguish our opinions on national issues from people who did not go far in education? What set us apart? When we are all saying the same thing, we are all interpreting things the same way.
Some of them are even saying things the better way than we are.
Yeah, sometimes we have people opinions that can look and make sense. Then even go on social media, you see people writing, and I'm like, the whole weekend I chose, I'm not going to say anything about this. I just want to see how the reactions are going to be. I just want to see how people are going to think about this thing. Nah, this is terrible. Vigilantism is neither justice nor courage. So all of you out there that thought you were being courageous, oh yeah, let's go for the man, beating what are the men? Ignore the imam aspect. Because you don't use the imam thing. He's a human being. Right? The law guarantees that you cannot do that. It is not in your place as a private citizen to do that. And law enforcement must not be on the scene and see you do that and not take action, not arrest you and not prevent you from doing it. What did we see? Law enforcement stood actively and witnessed the perpetuation of vigilanticized justice in a country where the president is bragging that there is rule of law. There's a breakdown. We'll teach the people who are door people, very dull, empty-headed buffoons, bonsui passing around here, and they say, oh, because the United Party is smart. Bunch of ignorants. That's who they are. Most alarming, however, was the failure of their custody. What has the police fee accomplished? Arrest you, the police pull handcuff on your hand. There is a reason, Hagar, that police pull handcuff on your hand and police people listening. There's a reason why whenever police handcuffing. And people will say, oh, but the men are fighting this and no. But there is a whole rationale beyond police handcuffing you. Because you know what? Whenever you are in the custody of the police, anything that happened to you, the police is responsible. It's possible that man could decide, right? While in the police custody, you can decide to harm himself. The police will be held responsible because that man in your possession. That's why whenever police go arrest, they put handcuff on your hand. To what? Continue to restrain you and deliver you safely. So what kind of policing training you go? All of you go take out your uniform, you can sit down right. Let me teach you small. Door people. Eh? And Gregory Cuomo passing around and say, oh, you go Harvard, you do police. What kind of policing you do? Such inaction carries dangerous consequences. It emboldens mob violence by signaling tolerance for unlawful behavior. Beyond, it erodes public confidence in law enforcement institutions, exposes future detainees to similar or worse risks, and raises urgent questions about internal discipline, training, and accountability within the police force. A thorough and impartial investigation is therefore essential. Now, to conclude, the chief imam, a spiritual leader, a moral leader, took to the media, did not recognize the legal breach, refused to condemn what happened, the violence, refused to call for justice or investigation, but went ahead and spoke like a big, horrible politician that he's known to be. And what I would like to say to the chief imam this morning is that, look, my old man, you're exposing yourself so dangerously. You may enjoy it because I listen to you talking about how you're flying now. The chief imam living in the air. He's flying. Even say, I had the trips, I had to fly out, I come by, and then I had to go by again. We're speaking serious, flying serious. So this is it. So it has left the country to a point where those that are expected to speak truth to power no longer speak truth to power. They are compromised. This has further exposed the fact that Ali Kwayi has lost his stance as a moral voice in Liberia. He's very partial. He's political. The position Ali Kwayi made to those, you got to talk to those that were in a meeting with the president. The president himself disagreed with Ali Kwayi's position. Ali, you're a disgrace. Embarrass yourself. Let's say you don't care about the fact that the other guy that was brutalized was an imam under your umbrella. You don't care about him, and you're ready to say he's on his own. That's what you said. You said the imam is on his own. They can flog him, they can mob him, they can kill him. He's on his own. You've already outcast the man already. Let's agree to that. But where is your sense of humanity for rightful treatment of your fellow men? And you think that was not embarrassing to say something? And you just have to validate illegality and mob justice. Ali Kwayi validated and qualified the mob action against other citizens, assuming they were violators, but the law does not require mobbing them, chopping them, stoning them, beating them. As a moral voice, you should have condemned it. But did I expect you to know? I've always said, look, at this point you're conflicted. Very conflicted. You should recuse yourself. Continue to enjoy your political privilege. Like you said, you have the president here. You don't need a microphone. That's how much I can say. But the country knows now who you are. For your political support base, they will cheer you. Critical people who knew your voice before start to evaluate, put your voice against what you're saying now, and they will know truly that you only needed a platform to achieve an ulterior motive that the public did not know. And now you have that platform. You have achieved the motive. You have the ears of the president. You're a big man. You're flying places. You're enjoying. You're chilling. And you don't care anymore about justice, equality, the law. You don't care anymore. You're able to declare that the mob can go and do whatever they want to do to anybody in this world on their own. You, as the chief imam, cannot say a thing on behalf of your congregation. That's what we can say. If the guests can come in, and then we talk to them. So let me take 3-4 calls: 0776 104 104 086 104 104. So thanks to Big Brother Mohammed Dukle. Well said. He's also an imam. He spoke very well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu and Higa. My name is Abba Sharif, and I join you from St. Paul's Bridge.
Go ahead.
Let me use it to appreciate people. Abu, what do you expect for Imam Kai to do when he has sold a right to Joseph Boakai? Imam Kai was the one doing George Weah regime. For every decision George Weah wrong, he will call press conference and work easy. Today, under the administration, Imam Kai one press conference and talk against the government. Why? Because when he back at the ball, he didn't go against the papi. He back with that ball. He knows Joseph Boakai, he talk against him. He back with that ball.
But even Joseph Boakai doesn't seem to agree with him. Joseph Boakai condemned the ruling. Joseph Boakai condemned the ruling. And Imam Kai is telling other people that they are on their own. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Let me say good morning to Hager. This is Washington Show. Across from Israel.
Go ahead.
I'm watching our video in the presence of state security. The whole terrible one for people who are not law enforcers to be attacking and celebrating, making statements that they want to get rid of money goes on Liberia, and state security are standing there, they're not stopping there. It was so bad. It is going on serious by now.
Very bad. That days, we should be making progress. People are taking us backward, and the chief imam go there. The chief imam bootleg his political enablers.
I just want to make them start statement. Well, get rid of money goes on Liberia. Is that what the poor are saying? And the state security are just doing nothing. Of the president, the police director hasn't taken any action in those officers.
He has not even issued any statement. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning, guys.
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to come and understand. You see why, our old man, is always delivered to that year too. People who are law enforcers, who are law enforcing officers, adapting or violent means of doing things. Follow away and did an investigation. The first time they went to do an investigation, they organized the guy, but being the guy was not in number, so they were not able to went back. The chief engineer organized Zogo. Actually, our police, they organized Zogo to do a record, do that.
They organized Zogo?
They did it.
That's news to me. Thank you very much, Peter. Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. Good morning to the listening public.
Okay, you will come to be about people where Nina will send it to your home. Yeah?
So, thank you for the show this morning. My name is Simeon, and I do join you from Foundation number 6 in my master. Thank you for, our country has become a lawless country. The police are unprofessional. Nowhere in the world you will see police arrest somebody and they allow citizens to beat on that person unmercifully. I watched the last video and the contact and put the citizen to your school. In that person, I saw the last video, I watched the last video when the citizen was throwing stone in front of the police and the police stopped them.
Yeah.
And
So why are they going to kill the man?
Yeah. So the country has become lawless and the police are reckless because you have one old man who said, in our country as president, he said,
okay, all right, thank you very much. And then the chief imam go speak to the matter and say, oh, they put on their own. This is a heart of cruelty and wickedness. Power. So that what power can do, power can make the people take the power from in their heart, they pull it down, they take the ground from in their heart, they pull it down. To fly airplane business and be flying business class, the papi and compromise. Just diplomatic passport, but again, our preacher in the country again, no one can touch you. Try to get a diplomatic passport. Like cry, you get red book. And the pastor then, the imam then, they get them red book. Oh, anytime a minute talk. Compromise. They country there now. You go real late bar for yourself, you real late Quran for yourself, you know God for yourself, you sit down, you pray, you sunny. Because their opinion, anytime the religious people open their mouth to make opinion in the country, it's so disappointing. And somebody think we're going to be afraid of them. For what? Who are you? The difference is knowledge that you pursue further. But it doesn't make you any better. Even scripture does not put you anywhere above the rest of mankind. No. Oh, yes. It's because of the dignified way you live that we'll call you escrow, But then if you stoop lower than the standard of the dignity that you have to carry yourself with, then you'll not be fitting. Then we'll call you out. Then you're misplaced. Then we'll get the right people out there. You know, many real imams and pastors that are empowered to say the truth. But let's talk to Stan. The guys are here. We're going to have continued conversation with them in the lead to a nationwide call to action. I like to put it. Right? We have one of the fellow in the studio already. So let's go across the table this morning. My young man, good morning. Welcome.
Let me say a pleasant good morning, Abu Sharif, and good morning to your co-host, Hika Gonda. Well, and also good morning to listener following the broadcast this morning. My name is Rodanti Nelson. It is my pleasure to be in your cruising studio at this hour.
Thank you. So let's go to business because of time. So talk to us briefly about this whole idea around the July 17th. The other time, Stan was out and she sent out her petition and all of that. It seems from all indication that the government did not pay heed to Stan. I mean, in addressing some of the plights and concerns. Could it be that you're motivated by that to come out this time around, or are there new issues that you want to address, and you think Liberians should be listening and joining in?
So thank you, Abu. There are too many reasons that the December 17th protest is very important.
Okay.
Abu, the last time Stan protest in this country at the Capitol building, nobody was able to receive the petition. The people stood out under the rain. Thousands of Liberians came out that day to petition their government for things that are wrong, that they need to change. But the government refused. The vice president, the president, the two of them refused to show up that day. And Stan couldn't give the petition to Irechekun. Irechekun is an illegal speaker that we couldn't give that petition to.
And then? Okay.
So we told the government that we gave them an ultimatum, some days. If they can do what we ask them or to receive the petition, either the president or the vice the vice president of our country to receive the petition, then Stan will have another alternative. And there's the alternative.
Okay.
December 17th.
To stage another protest.
To stage another nationwide protest. And this protest is going to be more 2 times the last protest. It's going to be a total human tsunami. Because this protest, all of the people are eager to form part of December 17th protest. I can tell you for free, the marketeers, the Shushan boys, the Young boys, everybody, even the Silver Seven, they are eager to form part of this protest. Not even a Josiah Joker will intimidate.
Go ahead.
Not a Josiah Joker will intimidate the Silver Seven from coming out, because they are eager to form part of this all-important December 17th.
Why do you think they're eager to?
There are too many wrong things in the country.
Okay.
There are too many wrong things. Abu, this is a country that Article 1 of our constitution says power inherent into the people. The people are the employers of the current government. But the current government failed to understand that we gave them the job to do. They are employees of the Liberian people.
But you think they don't know that?
Abu, I don't want to think that the current government is a one of that. Because if they are a one of that, then it should be bad. But what the people say, you should listen to the people. There are too many wrong things.
Are they not listening?
They are not listening.
How?
They are not listening.
How?
Abu, we have 2,759 rape cases from January of last year, since the inception of this government, up to October. I don't want to capture November because November is not captured in the report.
Okay.
2,759 rape cases, and this government has addressed none of them.
Okay.
And then read up to you, the last of all, the 14-year-old little girl that was tampered with by a deputy minister, Brian McGill. Up to now, we have the police director that is acting like a legal man here. He's acting like a counselor for Brian McGill. Today, that little girl, justice is denied. Her justice is denied. So are you killing me? Do we expect the Liberian people to sit and watch some of these happenings in our country? The economy that was in the mud, like they said, the economy is going into the deepest part of the people water. On a serious note.
Okay.
And be real with you, Abu. The economy is going in the deepest part of the people water.
Go ahead.
Because our people are not saying anything. The bread and butter issue that isn't being tackled by this government. When the government just do a small painting, they do publicity. Oh, I can see you. Something that is just less important. You call the whole country for something that the past regime did more than you. For instance, look at the SKD. Just to put flag, they put whole country. What is it? What is the impact in our people's lives? You have the old man going to bed without eating. You have the Shushan boy who used to shine shoe before. Yes or yeah. So now 15 to 20% will come so you can shine a shoe and sew. But now the man is only receiving 3 to 4 customers. You expect that man will be listening to your propaganda, your lies on social media and on a radio platform. No, we're not buying into it because this government believes in propaganda.
Are these people going to, the people affected by all of what you've said? Do you think they're going to buy into the protest?
They're going to buy into it. I want Phil to take the microphone out there. Go to the young boys. Go to the Shushan boys on the road. Go to the tailors. I've been sewing here. Go to all walks of life. The the health workers. Go to them. That's the other time the health workers are protesting here. Go to the forestry workers that were withdrawn from their jobs and they haven't received anything yet. Go to them and ask them. People are angry of this government because of their proceedings.
Okay. So there are two young men from STEM. STEM is a civil society organization in Liberia led by Honorable Mobake Molu. And of course, they've been very engaged in some civil actions with the government of Liberia to deliver on the aspirations of the Liberian people and all of that. So STEM has announced a major civil action on the 17th of December. So we're trying to hear from some members of the civil society group on why this time and all of that. So let's, you just joining us. So tell us your name and then we'll begin from there.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Abraham P. Brown from STEM. First of all, I want to appreciate our honorable chairman.
Who put the mic to you?
My name is Abraham P. Brown. First of all, I want to appreciate our honorable chairman, Mobake Molu, for this opportunity posted upon us. And I also want to extend my appreciation to the Freedom FM family for hosting us on the show.
Talk to us why December 17th is important.
Well, December 17th is important. This is a nationwide lead or leave. Enough is enough peaceful protests. And I can assure you, we will have over 500 or 1,000 of people to be at the ground of the Capitol building. There is no retreat.
Well, why is it important for people to protest on December 17th?
It is first important because it is our fundamental right, our constitutional fundamental right given to us as a citizen for peaceful assembly. And we want to say this to our government. This December 17th protest is not negotiable.
What are you protesting for?
We are protesting because if you look at our protest, it's based on three cardinal principles. And these three cardinal principles is legality, accountability, and non-violence.
Okay.
And in so doing, our demand to the government is based on non-violence, rule of law in terms of violation, corruption, mismanagement, scrap or civil basis, and that of manipulation of government issues.
Let's talk about corruption. What are those corruption instances that you think that are so overwhelming and you need to come in the street?
Basically, with the issues of the former current ministers who bought about $96,000 car. That was in quite violation of the rule of the Constitution of Liberia. It says that no government official should ride above $50,000 or $45,000 car. But it's quite unfortunate to see our former current minister, Ami Mura.
But the president fired the man, or the action and the man resigned.
That is not the issue. The issue here is this: if you want to fight corruption, there should be a policy. The policy here is that if the government can suspend or dismiss a government official, what makes it more powerful is wherein when the government take action by retreating our property from this guy and make sure that they be prosecuted. But you cannot dismiss this official, you cannot dismiss the government official and then let him go scot-free. So if he does that, which of course it will be a mere bluff, because you take another person and putting it on the same job, paying the same money. Those guys are very away with the country resources. So that would be a contradiction or myth in terms of fighting corruption.
So you are protesting for prosecution.
Of course.
For these individuals to be prosecuted.
Of course. And with the issue, my comrade just rather stated with the issue of the 14-year-old girls. That is called for belly. The rule of law needs to be protected in this country. Nobody is above the organic law of this country. This 14-year-old girl was raped by one of our government officials at the Ministry of
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. By J. Brian McGill. Today, up to date, there is no justice have been prevailed. But what we want to say to the government of Liberia, we will make sure that justice be prevailed.
But the police have indicated that there is no clear link of Brian McGill. So you're just saying that Brian should be arrested on what basis?
No, in the first place, if someone else is alleged, but where the government, the responsibility of the government is to call this person for investigation. But out of there, Brian McGill have done the cause for investigation. If it will be the poor people today, they will be prosecuted, or they will be called for interview. But up to date, the government have not called J. Brian McGill for questioning. And what I want to say to the public,
and you see that as what? As weakness on the part of the government?
That is complete weakness on the part of the government. This is why when you follow the MCC scorecards, they told you that the government failed in terms of governance effectiveness. Because all these things are important in the society. All these things are important. So what I want to say to the public is this. This 14-year-old girl that has been allegedly raped by the deputy minister of youth and sport could be your daughter, could be your sister, could be your cousin. So we want them to come on December 17th to join the protest so that the voice can be here. And the venues of the protest will be, the venue of the protest is not negotiable. Will be at the executive mansion. And it is legal. It has.
Why you going to protest where? The executive mansion?
The executive mansion and no retreating.
Who's going to allow you to go protest there? The police?
Of course, we don't need a donation for any man.
This is what I'm saying. The venue of the protest is non negotiable.
No, but I mean, you're talking about the executive branch. That's not where.
Okay,
how are you going to go there? Who's going to allow you to go?
This is a fundamental right. There is nowhere or the Constitution tell you saying that you shouldn't protest here or you should protest so. Nowhere in the Constitution. This is why the Constitution gave us our fundamental right to peaceful protest. And we assure you, our protest will be very peaceful. If you can look at the July 17 protest, this protest was very peaceful. Even the Justice Ministry acknowledge our peaceful conduct.
But normally we know people will carry the protest to the legislature and present a petition to the.
This is it. The past regime, we saw people. They protested at the executive mansion. There was not a day that they were stopped from protesting there.
Certainly.
So why this regime? And we are saying clear to you today, Abu.
Because there's a new regime.
I'm telling you, Abu, what happened in July 17 will not repeat itself. We will protest even the executive mansion. So if Mr. Gregor Coleman, the TikTok police director-elect, he can even put all the barbed wires at the front of the executive mansion. We will still penetrate. We will protest even the executive mansion and be real with you. So we are prepared for that. If Mr. Gregor Coleman wants to take this country back to the dark days, we are waiting on him. I'm very clear with you, Abu. Nobody is going to stop us from protesting in front of the executive mansion.
The timing of the protest, December is festive period. People are hustling to get one or two for the family and all of that, and you're scheduling the protest there. What's the rationale behind that?
Abu, a protest is not about Christmas. We are talking about the country interest here, the Liberian people interests. We are not talking about the interest of those selfish politicians that are in government today that lie to the people that they were coming to rescue and they are deviated from the rescue. They say arrest and nothing is being arrested yet. So we have been clear to them. December 17, the Liberian people is going to come out in their mass to demand this government. If Braga don't want to lead, he must leave.
Saturday.
He must leave. The people gave him this mantle of authority to do the right thing.
Is President Braga not leading?
He's not leading. Braga is not leading.
Of course.
How?
Abu,
there's stability relatively.
No. You are evidence of what is unfolding.
Okay.
Abu, let me use one instant.
This is a rescue government. Do you know that?
It is not a rescue government. I call it a fake rescue. They are not rescuing. They are
rescue.
They are rescuing their pockets, Abu. They are not rescuing. The actual one rescue. When you say rescue, yeah, you must be solving every problems in this country. You keep the rescue, but not to be rescuing your pockets.
Are they solving some problems?
Abu, they are not solving problems here.
You mean the government is not doing?
They are not solving problems, Abu. You can't get millions. You can't get millions of problems. And you only solve one person. What are you solving?
So you agree to solve one person?
No, Abu.
Okay, I can make
the government is actually on a made path. What do I mean by that? we can say to you clearly that this government is not working in the interest of the Liberian people. If you follow the recent MCC's scorecard, if it tells you about government effectiveness, what does that mean? That is a clear implication to tell you that this government is not working in the interest of the Liberian people. In terms of the rule of law, the government has failed massively. And today, Liberia is on a plane of moral decline. What lawlessness has become the order of the day. Look at the saga that happened in the legislature. Based on the speakership, somebody was removed illegally.
Yeah, but the government said they have corrected that one.
No, correct one. Listen, it was not corrected because they have spent a lot of resources on government officials. That they remove one speaker. That should not work in this country. We should be a law-abiding country that will be able to stand for the cause of the Constitution. This is our gun law of our country. So if you look at this issue surrounding the saga of the legislature, when the Justice Minister came out with a ruling, the president took him side. He's taking side because of the interest. And that cannot be. How will you tell you are rescuing your country, you are taking 1.2 million out of the back car? That is quite forbidding. When you promise all, when you promise the Liberian people, and when it costs you to go to where you do it. But today, you are riding one of the most expensive cars in Africa. You are paying additional $10 million horse in Lofa County. That the project is unexplained. The other government official will tell you that government project. The other government official will tell you that MRU. That is a contradiction. That project is Liberian people of funds that they are using the taxpayer money. So how will you tell me that this government is rescuing the people? The hardship in this country is a natural, it is a man-made hardship. That we are here to correct. We are here to speak for the first step.
This is a global hardship across. It's not only unique to Nigeria.
Of course, it's a global hardship. If mannequincy have been put in place by this government, look at the issue of the scholarship, the broad, the negotiation scholarship, 250 scholarship. All these things are being on scam.
The government said they're bringing these things for you young people to be in.
So it has not been materialized. They have not been materialized. The 250 scholarship, they squander the resources for our people.
They're treating some of you. Were you not part of the 10,000 youth?
No, it was a complete scam. Where is it today? They said they're going to provide job for those people. They want to listen to the cry of the people.
The people, you were not there?
No, I was not there. But even if I was part of that, the government have not provided job for these people. And I can assure you, even the 10,000 digital scholarship they're talking about, it never materialized. Well, the issue of the scholarship. Can you imagine that the government take this or information and post it on the executive national website? The one that baffled me is when the president launched, our president launched the Nicotas scholarship that was scammed, that was scammed. Today, the 285 yellow machine is on a question mark. They paraded with this yellow machine in the corridor of our country. How can that be? Where our president picture is on it.
The government just brought 5 brand new buses. So in transportation, you're not impressed by that.
So let me come in from my angle.
The impression should be the bread and butter issue. The impression
is not bread and butter.
It's not bread and butter issue. We are still facing the water as
how many people are walking?
We are still walking as I speak to you. As I speak to you, as well be here by about 9 o'clock. Back in around 9:30. The traffic are the junction, no car. People are all on the street. The bread and butter issue need to be solved in this country. The president told us about health support that he ain't going to provide the avenue for free or treatment. But as we speak today, no free treatment for under 5 years or kids. So are you telling me that this problem has been solved? No.
That's not the reason you're going to be protesting.
No, the reason we're going to be protesting is this, right? Number one, we talk about the rule of law having violated. Number two, we talk about massive corruption in this country and financial mismanagement. Number three, we are talking about the squatting civil base of commitment in this country. We are talking about manipulation of funds and others or things in various sectors. So these are things we're going to channel against rape also as well.
Okay, let me ask both of you, each of you give your thoughts on this, right? Because it's about the future. You're all relatively young, right?
Okay.
And whatever decisions that are being taken now by this government is going to hugely affect all of us. We're all young people. So there's been this accelerometer 25 years renewal in the corridors. And we're getting signal that the government is poised to extending the accelerometer contract. in spite of all of the issues. You remember recently, Senator Yantoye made several allegations against the transparency of the concession and, of course, the MDA extension and all of that. Yes, still the government is about to proceed. As a young man, what do you think about that?
So thank you, Abu. Let me say this for free. Abu, you see the Unity Party. There is the same Unity Party on Ellen that signed too many bogus concession deals that the Liberian people didn't benefit anything good from. And today is the same Unity Party that is about to do something that is not in the interest of the Liberian people. Go and do a survey in Nima County. You will understand that thousands of Liberians are not happy with what the government is about to do concerning the asylum meter deal. Go look at the people's living conditions. Look at the roads, the power waters. What are the living conditions there? Then you want us to agree with that? No, it can't happen. Don't that senator. That senator.
Do you support the extension?
I don't support the extension. I only support the extension with the interest of the Liberian people. If it is met, our people cannot be lavishing higher poverty in that county when a certain meter is taking millions home. They expect
it is creating job. If you resist the extension, you know how many Liberians going to go out of job?
Abu, how many jobs? Let it come out. How many jobs are they providing?
But they're providing jobs.
How many jobs, Abu?
Some jobs.
How many jobs? Look at the number of the balance from that place. Just look at the ratio. People from Nima, look at them.
So others argue that it's rather we maintain the little job that AsylumMeter is providing. Because mind you now, the US, the MCC report just indicated that this government has created just 9% employment chances or opportunity in the country. So I mean, there's zero unemployment.
So
nobody's getting job, nowhere to get job. So if you deny AsylumMeter,
Abu,
you're gonna be adding
it's
to
not about
unemployment.
It's not about because we want our people to get job. We get social corporate responsibility. It's AsylumMeter meeting up to the social corporate responsibility. There are too many
people responsible. Your government.
There are too many. This is what I'm saying, that we as a people, these people they are our employees. We employ them. We give them jobs. So if we are not happy with the decisions, it means that the decisions is just for them. It's not for us.
But they say the president has signed.
The president signing doesn't mean that the people of Nima are happy. No. You can get the people suffering down there. You are spending AsylumMeter deal. Have you going to have a close door conversation with the people?
Okay, let's hear your thoughts on this AsylumMeter thing. 25 years as it is, what do you think?
For me, if the signing of the deal is in the interest of the Liberian people, who support it. But it couldn't be. This is the same book of concession agreement I was signed by our president today, wherein we are serving as a bad president of the Republic of Liberia, that are affecting the Liberian economy, that are affecting the citizens of this country. The deal of AsylumMeter, right? If it is in the interest of the Liberian people, I support it. But for this case, because we know that the government filled in the MCC scope in terms of job opportunity, so they want to use this means. The government is very desperate to get finance to support their own or selfish gains, but not in the interest of the Liberian people. Not in the interest of the Liberian people. So we are against the AsylumMeter deal. We are against it. So if this deal is not in the interest of the Liberian people, we are not in support of it.
Okay, thank you very much. So there are two fine gentlemen from STAN. STAN is a pressure group, a civil society group in Liberia, and of course, they've announced a major protest action slated for December 17th, and we've been having conversation to understand exactly what their motivations are and all of that. So you've heard it. It's your turn. Let's hear you. Do you agree? Is it the best way to go about it? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call, and you will be live. Let's take from this end here. Good morning.
Thank you. Edmond is right on the line, and there is no need to explain the necessity that allow us to come up for the protest. The only thing I have to say is to encourage the Liberian people, because in fact, the fight aspect of Bouaka should lead, that aspect should be out of it, because Bouaka have failed to lead. So the only aspect now we need to implement is for Bouaka.
You say keeping the men feet to the fire to deliver. So
that's what I'm going to be changing. If Bouaka doesn't exit the presidency, based on our demand, I have said I'm going to change my position on it. Okay, and we are encouraging that. That will be true. Don't worry.
Let's talk to somebody else. Morning. Morning.
Yeah, thank you. This is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation from Central Morovia. I would like to say hi to my colleague. Look, the December 17th protest is a must. I think we need to come out to save our country. The direction President Bouaka and the government official carrying this country is in the toilet. Look, come on the street. Our people are suffering, and President Bouaka and the minister and other people are running 40 and 60, 75,000 in our cars. Corruption is everywhere. Poverty is one of the faces of our people. So, December 17th protest is a must. We need to come up President Bouaka and they want a free ride. I think this is the time when people to tell you that I'm going to move this forward. Thank you.
All right, let's talk to this person from this line. Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Go ahead. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm James Reliable Timothy, and I call you from Shrewsbury community. Thanks to you, the interview, and so our listeners. But I want to say this. You know, the people just want to bring problem in this country. However, God is there for His people.
Okay. Wait a minute. I was bring trouble.
So, Abu,
Mine.
your student guest. This is Marcus Yonela from Private Town Quality. Look, I agree with my 100%. And I will be part of that project. Recent being, we are suffering. Yes, I cannot say there's something we're going to go on the
Yeah.
But you know, say that the people that is very also in a city. The people with 3 people too. When the corruption take it over. So now I'm the way Emma. You see the people with 3 people, 3 people who fought this now. What did we tell you 4? So I agree 100% and I bring that out for a better living.
All right,
and I'm not going to pay you money yet. But then when you're paying you, come out and express yourself to work out government. When the person is they will consider it wrong. People are suffering. They want to start without you. They work at all time over there and go to you tell them about you very important.
All right, my sister. Thank you. Let me call you up. Thank you. Let me take Thomas. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Thomas. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm phoning from my president this morning. I religiously follow the show, and let me say this. Let me say good morning to the brothers in the studio. You see, there are a lot of patriotic Liberians still around. People like you, people like the Congress in studio. Let Joseph Bouaka know this. Bouaka will determine whether he wants to lead or leave December 17 Abu. And we are clear on that. December 17 is non-negotiable. Joseph Bouaka ain't coming bring one playboy from us to say, go receive petition. We are petitioning. In fact, we a year of the executive march on December 17. Let me say this. I'm telling you that.
You're okay, the president in the yard, executive march.
If the president refuses to come, if I
play on pass. They get an e-cap. You don't see the e-cap.
You get pass to go to work. Why you get pass?
He has the permission to pass, but you.
That's why it is the way the permission you have to pass to come out and receive a petition. It's not easy. I wish you contact the brother to come out and receive a petition and be talking about us because for us,
okay.
You know me. I don't answer. Let's talk to this final person from this side before we can go back to our guest. Morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm going to sit there. Yeah, I'm calling from Single this morning. And let me see you. Thank you very much for your advocacy. And the December 17th protest is a must. We will come out. And there are many reasons why there's a day that we should protest December 17th. Some of the reasons are lawlessness in Liberia. From the office of the president, everywhere is lawlessness. The president is the president.
So you're going to join the protest?
I will be there 100%.
Okay, thank you 100%. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Paul Mowa, and I join you from a chicken factory. Soon to be called the Block Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the truth is
not happening in the road.
In 2 years, it's better to be completed. Somebody is at the junction of parents.
Another 2 years or the past 2 years?
It's not disheartening to
hear. No, don't talk about the road. Don't talk about the Block Avenue. Okay, you say in the next 2 years?
Yeah, it's not 2 years.
Wait, my man, you rushing. So the other 2 years now, the first 2 years are not there, right? Another 2 years.
For February 26th, they are not seen it. Listen to the public
Okay, wait now, you rushing, my man. They not start the work now?
The public work minister, your own team.
Okay, your time finish. Thank you very much. So we just received some video, right? They say Fagon and building mansion now. And, you know, so when you see people going on video, causing other Liberian citizens and stuff and all that, this is it. So you guys just gonna play. Gentlemen, we'll come to you for your parting comments. Just for Liberian, what is Right. So the video is playing for those of you watching on our Facebook handle, and this was shared by our colleague, journalist Obed Jiba of Kia Radio. So Obed dropped this. These are video evidence of a duplex under construction, believed to be for the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Eugene Fagon. So this is the level of pillage that's happening with the people's money. And this is how they are overnight stealing from the country and building themselves a mansion. Remember a few weeks ago, journalist Julius J. posted that reports were that, of course, government officials in the rescue government visiting their construction site overnight. Clandestinely overnight, they will go and visit the places, but they were all involved in massive construction. So you're wondering why money basically they're hiding the money, and these are the things they're into. But good thing is, about a small country, these things will not remain in secret. They will come out, and you know, you guys can start going around and start looking for more property. The other time we show you Cornelia Crown, Daniel Samuel is also constructing. And of course, Peking Cobalt Passer, where I used to big for banana liquor and all, building. So all these things are happening in the country, folks.
Wow,
the boss in your coat. The boss in your coat. Do you want to accept to be down the ladder while others are climbing the ladder, and they're not even genuinely or legally climbing the ladder, but rather they're stealing from you and the future of this country, gentlemen? Time is up. We gotta go. Your parting comment. 30 seconds.
Wow, Liberia.
Yeah, thank you very much. What we want to say to our Liberian people is this.
Wow,
this protest, the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day is non-political organization. We are here to speak for the voiceless people. So this is your time to join the protest on December 17th to make sure the president order, to make sure to tell our president to respect the rule of law, to make sure to tell our president to respect the citizen rights, to make sure to tell our president to do the need for the Liberian people. So December 17th will be the days of our protest. So you can make your way and come through so that we all can be able to support this process. and we can show the government that the venues of our protest is non-negotiable, which will be at the executive mansion and no retreat, no barricades, no barbed wire, no guns, no tear gas will stop off when assembling peacefully.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
So thank you. Like it is enshrined in our Constitution, Article 17, that gives the right to every Liberian to peacefully assemble, to petition a government if the government is not doing the right thing. So today, STAIR is urging every Liberian from every walks of life. If you're a marketeer and you know what is unfolding within the market, your customers are not coming like before. If you're a shoe shine boy, you know you are not shining shoes like before. You are not sewing shoes like before. If you are a tailor man, you know that you are not sewing like before. You are not making money from your career like before. If you are a young boy and a value boy, the health workers, you know you are not getting your pay on time. You have to come out. You have to come out. And to our folks from Nima in all the concession areas that the concession are not in their interest. Those concession companies are not meeting up to the social corporate responsibility.
Okay.
It's time that you all come out. And what is this with the government? Not even your intimidation can stop us from coming out December 17th.
Thank you very much.
No intimidation can stop us.
Thank you very kindly.
And so that's how we like to go home. Hagar, time is up.
We will be here on tomorrow. Let's keep the peace of Liberia. This country will not burn.
This country will not burn. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time. My name is Abu, and of course, Hagar is here. Bye-bye.